Hello, my gorgeous Aries. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Erini, and it's for July 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for July 2022. This month in itself, you have got quite a lot to look forward to, but at the same time, there is going to be the actual surprise, and after that moment in time, so much is going to start changing. The first 11 days of July are going to reveal something very specific to you, and this revelation is going to open your eyes, but it's at the same time going to surprise you like there is no tomorrow. But it's going to be something, it's going to become so evident to you, and what is going to become so evident to you, it's nothing to do with your life in particular, it's nothing to do with your own spiritual bubble, but it's a lot to do with the things that have been going on the outside of your life that have been affecting you, and most importantly, it has been affecting your actual decision making, and you're not going to even realize how much that your decision making, was actually affected until you reach that moment in time. So the first 11 days of the actual July are also bringing you an important revelation. When it comes to the actual numerology, do you know what your number is when it comes to this month, Aries? It's number 1. It is number 1. This number is so powerful, and it's really strong. Not only when it comes to the actual inspiration, when it comes to the specific inspiration that just kind of takes over. And normally inspirations, these are very powerful energies, powerful vibrations. They have got like a really positive impact on our lives. But when we come across something so big, so important, this in itself becomes really life-changing. So the inspiration that you are going to have, it's going to happen after the 11th of July 2022, but at around the 13th of July, this is going to be pretty much so like the actual turning point that you're going to be going through at the same time, because at around the 13th of July in particular, you're just going to find yourself at the beginning of like a little adventure here, where just naturally something is going to happen and you're going to surprise yourself like, oh my god, like, you're just going to find yourself somewhere completely unplanned. And this is when things are the best, because this is coming through your own subconscious mind without you even realizing. But at the same time, this in itself is going to be like pretty much so very important stage here, the 13th of July, and at around the 13th of July 2022, you are going to find yourself like facing the situation in your life that you did not think about, you did not focus on, you did not wonder about. It is just going to happen completely out of the blue. But what is going to be even more interesting, your reaction to that situation, your response, and if I'm looking at this situation normally, your response would be completely different, but at this moment in time, something will want more, something will need more, and this is your spirit speaking, this is your spirit talking, this is your soul going to be talking to you and pointing you towards the right direction. So you will know it's all about the actual enthusiasm that you're gonna feel. Okay, so it's about you facing the part of your life that it's gonna be impossible for you to want to explore. It's gonna be impossible because this is an integral part of spiritual journey. So the passion, it's gonna be also undeniable here. So it's a lot to do with the current path that you're on, but also this is gonna bring you in so many different possibilities. So it's all about you facing an adventurous moment in time, which is going to bring you this enthusiasm, and this enthusiasm, it's going to be guiding you. This is going to be your guiding light, especially when it comes to the actual initiative. It's to do with something brand new, slowly entering your life, which is going to become obvious by the end of this month, especially like how many possibilities, unlimited possibilities you're going to have here. And this is only the beginning. This is only the start that you are going to have. And this is also going to help you to open your eyes, and once you open your eyes, you're going to become aware of the certain dishonesty, a certain deception, attention, you're going to become aware of the certain things and the certain people in your life, and then you're just going to become also kind of aware of the fact that for far too long you have felt like pretty much so too frequently restrained. So how long you going to go for to feel like like a so frequently too restrained? You have to like kind of pay attention to the actual balance in your life, because you know what, it's affecting your own passion, and you don't want this. Your passion is your power is your passion. Do you know what I mean? It's all part of this big circle. So it's all about you really kind of getting this wisdom at the same time, and that wisdom, it's coming from the serene knowledge. On one hand it's to do with the common sense, but then on another hand it's also like kind of like something it's going to come to the surface in terms of the actual hidden emotion here, and that hidden emotion is also going to point like towards your own practicality. You must be analytical at this moment in time, because through you being analytical, you're also at the same time gonna kind of be aware of more points in your life within the last 12 months where you have been too frequently too restrained, and this started to drain your energy. So now it's time to pay attention to your own reflection and do something about it. This is going to lead to the moment of like, oh my God, like you're going to have such a wise moment of you just don't want your life to be in a certain way anymore. You're just going to have this highlighted moment like of you, enlightening moment of you just wanting completely more out of life after this moment in time. But because the energies are going to be absolutely perfect, this is something that is also going to put you on the right path. And even more so, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to the actual at around the mid-July, it's all about this like kind of, my God, you're gonna feel very powerful and very powerful and creative flow. At around the mid of July, you are going to feel a very powerful and creative flow. And I really like this. It's going to feel different. Just remember this. At around the mid of July, you are going to feel a very powerful creative flow. You're going to feel this surge of energy, and you're not going to be able to tell where this is coming from. But it's worth to pay attention to what exactly you're going to do and what exactly you are doing when you get this absolutely wonderful, magical, creative flow. So that in itself, it's going to highlight the part of your life that you must, most importantly at this moment in time, pay attention to more than ever. Respond to your own creativity, respond to your own creative flow, and see what your spirit is guiding you towards, see what your soul is guiding you towards. This is important. So that's one thing. But another thing, what you also need to remember, that at the time when you feel this powerful creative flow, you're also like going to find beneficial this kind of energies around you in terms of you understanding so much more about yourself. You're getting so much more, you're getting so much deeper, you're going so much further. So of course this is going to also lead you towards the very psychic and intuitive message. So when you have this creative flow, it's not only about the creative flow. There are two important stages when it comes to that, okay? So number one is to pay attention to what exactly you're going to do, what exactly you are doing. This is also an important part of your future, something that you should be focusing on at this moment in time. But on another hand, it's also bringing you a psychic message, very psychic and intuitive messages just going to come to you at the time when you feel this creative flow, because you're going to be so powerful, so much more powerful at that moment in time that you could possibly understand, that you could possibly imagine. And this intuitive and powerful psychic message that you are going to feel, that you are going to have, is just like pretty much so, it's going to highlight the new plan. It's going to highlight the new plan, and it's really to do with the part of your life that was dragging and making you feel really unhappy and uncomfortable over the last 7 months. But it's to do with the path that you are on, okay? Something needs to go and something new needs to come into your life at the same time. We are all changing and changing like as we are going along our spiritual journey. So this is going to be pretty much so to do with the new plan. And you wanted this, you were thinking about this so intensely over the last 7 to 8 months indeed, and there was the certain attempt in the past, but now you are just going to have this absolutely wonderful hope which is going to give you confidence, and that confidence is going to reflect on your uncertainty and uncertain efforts that normally would kind of block you and slow you down. But because you're going to have that psychic and intuitive message, my God, you're going to be able to understand this from a completely different level, from a completely different angle, and that is just going to make your emotions like overflowing in the best possible way when it comes to you feeling re-energized, because your spirit is about to start arising after this moment in time. And once your spirit starts arising, nothing can stop you and slow you down ever again, because it looks like that you've learned something so significant about yourself. You learned something so significant by looking at a huge massive picture, not only when it comes to your life. So all these things are going to come into like equation at this moment in time. This is important, you know. So it's all about your spirit arising, you know, at the same time, but you are going to feel this very strong and positive and powerful vibes. That part of your life, it's also like a very important stage, in particular when it comes to you doing something and walking into the stage, into the dimension where you are going to become aware of the fact that certain people are going to start walking into your life, but even more so, they are going to be playing a giant, enormous role in time to come. These people are going to be an integral part of your life and an integral part of your future later on. So it's to do with new relationships, but these relationships are sacred indeed. And also, you know, you just need to kind of be aware of like a little conflict here, maybe like a little argument, but I would just like kind of avoid this as much as you possibly can, especially when it comes to the 5th of July, 15th of July and the 25th of July. These 3 days are like a pretty much so you are gonna feel a very energetic, but at the same time you are gonna be tested by certain people. So your spiritual job kind of would be to not to go low, try to rise above it as much as you can. And if you see somebody that are trying to like kind of have a conflict with you or like an argument with you, I would most certainly just like kind of try to avoid these people as much as you possibly can. There is something that you're gonna need to accept here and move on. This is important, and you have to just basically, all you can do to basically avoid conflict would be much better, would be the best thing to do when it comes to your spiritual growth, because it's all about you it's not going to be long after that moment in time where you are going to get like a pretty much so people who really mean to you so much are going to come forward with a support. I'm not saying that you need a support, but you know, the phase that you're going to find yourself at, the best feelings and the best emotions that you're going to feel that you normally feel is when, you know, you're like starting something, you're doing something, you're progressing with your life, you're doing things right, and then the people who mean to you so much are praising you. So people who mean to you so much are going to be praising you so much, quite a lot, about what you are focusing on, and that couldn't have been happening at a better time, especially when it comes to like you maybe questioning certain things about yourself, questioning certain things about your life, and then you get to this and it just brings you back into this spiritual elevation above everything else. And then, you know, things that are not important, they don't matter. Do you know what I mean? So you don't allow things to enter your life that haven't got anything to do with your life. From now on, you just focus on the beautiful guidance and light right ahead of you, and this is exactly what you should be doing. And also, do you know what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, that basically there is going to be such an important problem. It's coming to an end, and I'm so happy here. And this problem that it's coming to an end, it's going to be at around the 23rd of July 2022, and this is absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy because it's to do with the conclusion that it's going to make you feel so excited, that it's going to elevate you in so many different ways. But then again, you know, you will know that, you know, it's just basically as soon as you become aware of that, you know, you are going to be thinking like you want to celebrate, or you want to do something like, you know, to kind of celebrate basically. And the very important important thing at this moment in time is to remember, if you want to have a celebration at this moment in time, pay attention to exactly which people come to your mind. Pay attention to exactly who is the first person who's coming to your mind, because that person who comes to your mind when you want to share the celebration, that person is also going to bring you very, very important message. Okay, so this is another, like a pretty much so very powerful psychic intuitive balance that you're gonna find so beneficial at this moment in time. There is going to be a very important message that is going to come to you from the very first person who is like on your mind when you wish to like kind of like a celebrate with someone after that conclusion. That's how happy you're going to feel, because this is to do with the part of your life that was just making you feel so worried. It was affecting your energy, it was bringing you down, it was making you feel really negative, but also above all it's just locked you in like in a position where you just like kind of couldn't like really feel freely enough to like kind of like be within your own balance, do what you want to do. So it's all about coming out of this and just like kind of these negative energies, but at the same time you're just coming back to yourself as well. My gorgeous Aries, this is very important indeed. On another hand, when it comes to your nutrition, what you need to remember, when it comes to the actual nutrition, your bones are going to be a little bit sensitive, your whole skeleton is going to be a little bit sensitive, and also above all, on top of that, you're just going to need something just to boost your immune system a little bit. What I highly recommend you to get, like, oh my god, it is just so important, it is to do with the natural vitamin D. If you're not taking natural vitamin D, my gorgeous Aries, you should be taking natural vitamin D. Even if you are in the sun all the time, yes, I would strongly suggest you to actually take a vitamin D every single day. Not only that vitamin D is going to make you feel so much better, not only that this is going to re-energize you, this is going to give you energy, this is going to be beneficial for so many other things, but especially when it comes to the actual immune system, and especially when it comes to the actual bones, this is something I need you to get. But the problem with the natural vitamin D and all these supplements is that, people think that they're doing the great thing, the good thing, but majority of supplements out there are full of the actual fillers and chemicals, and people think that they're taking the great thing, but they are not. And it's really scary how many supplements are full of these fillers that are absolutely horrible, they're vile, and they're not even natural, and they're not even doing good to people. So that's why, of course, I decided to do my own brand and make my own brand. So I do indeed have a natural vitamin D here, my gorgeous Aries. I don't know if you can see it. This is my own brand, a natural vitamin D. Okay, these are high quality natural vitamin supplements that I have, and every single supplement that I'm doing, that I'm going to be doing, it's going to be completely completely without any sugar, without any salt, without any preservatives, without any additives whatsoever. These are the highest quality ingredients I could have possibly find in order to make my own supplements. So these are free from absolutely everything and anything. This is the natural form of vitamin D, and it's suitable for vegetarians, for vegans, for everybody. So when you get supplement, you must make sure that these supplements are natural, without any rubbish, without any horrible fillers. These are the cleanest supplements you can get. So this is the natural vitamin D3, and if you would like to get this, of course, the link is going to be in the description below. So you find the description, then you click on the actual name. If you don't see the description, you just need to click on the actual name of the video, and then it's going to expand the rest of the description, and then click on read more, and then you will find my vitamins right there in the description. So that's a natural vitamin D that I would highly recommend you. So when you get something like this, of course you get the best. And also, on another hand, what else I was going to recommend you to take with the natural vitamin D, it would be zinc, because zinc is also absolutely superb, and it's absolutely essential when it comes to your boosting your immune system, especially in combination with the actual natural vitamin D3 supplement. Zinc is literally a must, something that we need on so many different levels. This is the version of the zinc that I have now. It's like a zinc picolinate, and it's a 22 milligrams, and this is also something that I strongly recommend you to take alongside natural vitamin D3, because it's going to really help you with your energy levels. It's going to help you with so many different things, but also at the same time, now the most important situation would be like to boost your immune system. So this is a must. This natural zinc also comes without absolutely any fillers, as I said, whatsoever. So this is something that I would highly recommend you to, in order to boost your immune system, but in order also to actually keep your bones and the whole skeleton healthy. And this is ultimately going to make you feel so much better about yourself, because you are giving to yourself what your body needs the most, you know. So this is the way you protect yourself of the actual low immune system, but also it re-energizes you so much. It helps you to have a clear focus, and then clear focus helps you to have a better understanding with things that are happening to your life, and things like that. These nutritions are absolutely essential, my gorgeous Erini, so I highly recommend to you. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor and GP can tell you whether you can take these supplements or not. So now, my gorgeous Erini, is going on the very first date that I would like to mention to you. It is actually the 5th of July. Now, the 5th of July, you are going to have a very unusual sign here, very strange sign here. But it's not only about that sign, it's about what's going to happen on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and the 4th of July. You need to pay attention to what is going to be on your mind. Something is persistently going to be on your mind. And what is going to be on your mind, it's going to surprise you on so many levels. Like, why am I thinking about this? Why am I focusing on this? Where is this coming from? Well, my gorgeous Erinis, it's coming from the fact that you are reaching a very important part, very important stage of your life. You reach the full circle. Something is slowly coming to an end. So now, when things slowly come to an end, naturally you're going to be nudged to pay attention to like what exactly you need to do in order to set yourself on the new path, in order to set yourself on a new journey. So within the first 4 days of July, it's going to be very telling indeed. By the time you get to the 5th of July, it's all about the sign that you are going to have a very unusual sign, and that sign, it's going to really make you aware what you should be doing, especially in terms of the actual bringing things like kind of into perfect union, but at the same time it's in terms of management, an adjustment that you need to kind of make. And also at the same time, you know, there is someone who's really going to be kind of influential and who is going to influence you at around this time as well. And that particular person who's going to influence you in the best possible way at the time when you need it the most, it's going to help you to self-illuminate yourself. But at the same time, that self-illumination is going to kind of help you out to understand which part of your life you're in self-denial, you know. And that is going to help you like to kind of see that you were kind of dominated a little bit. Something or someone was dominating you and your life, and this is going to really kind of help you to protect yourself in so many different ways, because there's some other people that are going to be on your mind that they're going to cross your path at that time as well. Some other people are going to be on your mind, and you will not want your life to be like these other people, so you're going to use them as an example kind of in your mind when you're kind of thinking about things. But this is brilliant, because these people and maybe their unfortunate situation, it's gonna play quite an important role when it comes to your life, because it's gonna help you to kind of be sharp and quick, especially when it comes to putting your foot down and doing the right things in life at this moment in time, things that you know that they're right, you know. So it's all about you taking on the leadership in your own life and putting your foot down and staying strong, you know, with those things that you know that they are right. Just remember that you are gonna be looking at some kind of people and their unfortunate situation, for example, and that couldn't have been happening at a better time for you to kind of get the most of it, you know, at the time when you need it the most, especially when it comes to like making a really powerful and sharp and quite quick decision indeed. And that in itself, it's really gonna lead towards a very, very kind of quick thinking, and the quick thinking, it's gonna make you aware of a rather bold idea, and that bold idea is so important because it's directly going to attack your problems. But before that bold idea happens, you will understand this. You need to understand one thing, that you are pretty much so, there is, you're going to debate, you're going to need to debate, you're going to need to debate. So it's all about the conversation, it's all about talking, and there are going to be some people that you're going to be surrounded by, you know, throughout the months, where you're going to need to talk, and they're very strongly when it comes to their energy. So you must not let that to take the better of you, because sometimes people are so strong, and then we are kind of like, they take our concentration from us by them being just so strong. So we are focusing on something completely different purely because their energy is so powerful, and that also kind of makes us to not to be 100% ourselves. So this is something I want you to pay attention to as well, because you know, you need to stay true to yourself. That's my point indeed. So what else I was going to show you, my gorgeous Erinis here. Look at this gorgeous braceated Jasper, absolutely beautiful, one of the most gorgeous pendants indeed. And this bracelet Jasper, it's basically contains hematite as well. What a wonderful, naturally contains hematite as well. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and they also call it like a poppy Jasper. And the reason why they call it poppy Jasper is because it looks like it's got a little poppies on, like it's so cute, it's so gorgeous, and it's very kind of, it brings peace and calm, and at the time of transformation. So it's all about mental clarity and focus that this brings you. So you need something like to kind of sharpen you up in so many different ways. A lot is going to be going on throughout July and August. So on one hand, you have to be strong and put your foot down, but then on another hand, when lots of things are happening around us, it does cloud our own focus. And then our clarity, we just have to work a little bit extra, you know, in order to kind of come to terms with certain things that we shouldn't be doing at this moment in time. So this is why when you need to make important decision, when you need mental clarity, when you need kind of your focus to be sharp, you know, to be 1000% yourself, this is something I highly recommend you. Look how gorgeous this bracelet Jasper is, okay? This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this, my gorgeous Erin, it's also below. By buying things from my channel, I have to say you're also supporting my channel as well. The second important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 19th of June. Now, I like this because it's going to be nice little message, nice little message, nice little message for you. It's going to be nice little message, my gorgeous Erini, something that you've been like kind of, oh my God, really expecting and waiting for, but your subconscious mind was telling you, oh no, it's going to take another 2 months, it's going to take another 3 months, you know, it's going to take another 4 months, you know, because all that you've been through just kind of made you to feel in this particular way. So something that you wanted to happen, but then at the same time you were like, oh God, like, oh no, like quite a few times this was kind of slowed down. So naturally you're like kind of wary of this. So it is going to be surprise on the 19th of June. And the surprise that you're going to have, it's all about, oh my God, it's like, oh my God, things are moving on, baby. You know, progress. This is to do with a sudden progress, my Lord, sudden movement. You know, it's just a pretty much of the sudden progress. It's to do with your own advancement, but at the same time, it is actually going to really make you aware of the fact on the 19th of June that you will become aware of the fact that you do need to make a really important decision soon, and you will know that this decision is going to be so big, and you will make that decision before the end of the month, and the decision that you're going to make, it's going to change so many things. This is big, this is huge, this is absolutely brilliant because you've been waiting for this for so long. So by the time you get to April and May 2023, your life is going going to be completely different, but you will see a mind-blowing correlation with absolutely everything that started here. This particular month, everything will start, whether you believe this or not. The seed is a tiny little spiritual seed, but then it becomes and it grows and it becomes the most powerful oak in the forest, for example, the most powerful tree in the forest, but at some point it was a tiny little seed. So this is the seed that I'm talking about. Very important stage, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. And what I also would highly suggest you, like, oh my god, brand new line again, emerald, absolutely gorgeous emerald, because there are lots of like intuition that you're going to become aware of. You're going to become aware of something very special about yourself when it comes to your own intuition. This is brilliant. So that means that you're spiritually growing, you're spiritually changing, but at the same time, emerald, it's going to help you throughout July and August to increase psychic sensitivity, and it's going to help you to bring awareness of the unknown to conscious recognition. This is something that is just going to help you to speed things up again when you're kind of dealing with difficult things, and when you're kind of dealing with things that you don't understand, but you feel very strong kind of connection to deal with them. And this is going to help you to open yourself up on so many different levels, and without you realizing, it's like, oh my god, there is so much on your mind. As soon as you put this on, there is so much from your subconscious mind that starts coming to the surface, and this is the best part of us. So this gorgeous emerald comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this also is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you very much for that. Okay, so the 19th of June, it's all going to lead towards you actually having your passion ignited. Remember, your passion is going to be ignited on the 19th of June. Just go for it, go for it, go for it. It's all about this mind-blowing creative spark, which is going to motivate you every single step of the way, and that in itself is going to highlight and show you the whole new endeavor, okay, through the actual energized potential that you are going to become aware of. But at the same time, you just need to understand that the teamwork, collaborations are so important at this moment in time, because every single person in your life, it's after this moment in time, is going to play a vital role. Okay, every single person in your life that it's important to you, it's going to play a vital role after this moment in time. So it's all about the actual, you kind of becoming aware of this like amazing, like kind of also like kind of like a opportunity, and this is all about you, the first stages of you becoming aware of this, and that in itself, it's really going to also show you like some kind of hidden enemies, and this in itself is going to work absolutely in your favor. Okay, because just remember, be honest with yourself. Okay, you need to be honest with yourself. The third date that I would like to mention to you is going to be on the 27th of July. On the 27th of July, you are really going to make such a powerful decision here. Very powerful decision. And the decision that you're going to make, it's not only going to motivate you even further, but it's also going to motivate others, and that idea that you're going to, the decision that you're going to make, it's basically to do with a clear direction, okay, and everything that I've mentioned so far is to do with a clear direction, and also it's to do with your ambition, and you will see how driven you're actually going to be on the 27th of July. So this is brilliant, and it's also at the same time going to help you to detach yourself completely. You will see you need to detach yourself from things that are bringing you down, and the things that are constantly kind of repeating them in a circle, a certain thing. So it's just going to give you kind of this balance to understand this and to detach yourself from these things. And also it's going to lead towards you getting a like kind of different perspective on life. That in itself is going to make you to pause a little bit, to have a bit of a delay, to have a little bit of wait. But then again, this is needed in order for you to realize that you are about to make an important and rather voluntary sacrifice. Okay, that in itself is going to help you to to kind of like let go of the part of your life and the worries that you are powerless about. There is no point to worry, because absolutely, especially when it comes to things that we are powerless about. So it's only about like a kind of like a manipulating our energy and kind of focusing towards those things that are just making us feel really optimistic, rather than focusing on things that are making you feel really negative about our lives, you know, because it's affecting us in so many different ways. So it's really going to make you to kind of like really let go of the part of your life that makes you feel so disappointed and dissatisfied. It's going to help you to like to kind of walk away and move on, because you already will know what you need to leave behind. But most importantly, you will already know what is ahead of you, because you will know there are so many bigger and better things for you ahead than what's behind. So it's all about like also like kind of seeking further insight when it comes to the actual 27th of July 2022. Just remember that logic and organization are most certainly going to increase your success. You have to take a charge of the situation and accept a leadership role yet again. It's all about your own structure, my gorgeous Aries, and your own discipline. So now I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of July, mid part, and the last part of July. The first part of July, you're going to come across a certain situation that is going to make your heart flutter. You need to throw yourself into this as much as you possibly can. Just remember that. The mid part of July, you know, it's all about you stepping into the spotlight. Okay, it's all about you talking. It's all about you communicating. It's all about you expressing yourself, whatever you do, and keep your eyes on the big picture. A lot is going to be happening. So just to remind you to communicate your vision, and absolutely do not be sensitive to criticism whatsoever. The last part of July, a lot is going to be going on indeed. But then again, an unexpected change, you know, a lot is going to be going on, but then it's going to be caused by some unexpected changes. And I want you to understand, you are going to amaze yourself how much you're going to be able to do. You're going to amaze yourself, because you're going to find out and realize something very special about yourself when you're multitasking. Please, the more you multitask at the end of the month, the more you're going to get out of it. The more you multitask, the more you're going to enjoy yourself. The more you multitask, the more you're going to find out about yourself and about your future, because through you multitasking, you know, you're also going to really realize that, you know, things that you were worrying about are going to turn out to be absolutely fine whatsoever. So it's going to bring you that beautiful peace of mind indeed. When it comes to those of you that are in relationship, you know, I like this, because, you know, in order to kind of deal with part of your life that you both became very unhappy, you need to be brave, you need to be strong, because it's all about you realizing something really big. You both will want your life to change, like big time, but then at the same time you need to understand that you need to be brave, you need to be strong, you need to be powerful, because you're going to be facing an unknown part of your life right in front of you, an unknown future. But you will know that this is the right way to go. You will know that this is the right way to do. So it's all about the bravery, and it's all about understanding that you must go forward with your life. You, as the couples, are going to make a really big step this month indeed, but you need to understand that it's going to be connected to the part of your life facing you right in front of you, but so many uncertainties. So you just need to be brave, because you both know what is the right thing to do at this moment in time. It's to do with your future, it's to do with your future planning, and it's to do with you making the right step with things that you wanted to do for a long time. Okay, so for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Aries, so it's like pretty much so somebody who you're going to come across somebody who is like going to have such a conflicting influence, you know, somebody. There are a couple of stages that you're going to have this month. At the beginning of the month, there's going to be someone still from the past, or just it's going to appear at that moment in time, and you're going to fancy this person, you're going to like this person, but very quickly you're going to realize that that person is not someone for you. Like really quickly quickly it's going to change. So you're going to fancy someone, but really quickly it's going to be like, oh God, you know, the little mask is going to be fallen, but there is something to do with them conflicting themselves, you see. And then after that moment in time, you know, what is actually going to be really interesting, that particular person is going to play a major role where you're going to become so determined. That particular person is going to play a huge role, because at that moment in time you're going to change, and that moment in time you're going to become even more determined in order to actually find someone. And by the end of this month you are going to find yourself on a very interesting path, and it is not going to happen this month, my gorgeous Aries. No. But what this month is going to happen is you are gonna just kind of realize for the first time, like kind of in a long time, what do you want to do? It's like the change, the big change that is going to start like kind of manifesting in terms of you kind of like a really you know, going somewhere or starting something for the first time. There is some kind of very powerful element of you starting to go somewhere for the first time, and this path is going to put you on the same path with someone very special, and that person is going to come into your life in August 2022. So it's not going to be that long, but this situation in July is just so needed. It's so needed when it comes to your spiritual involvement, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Aries. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.